everybody, it's Mary Gardner, and the stats are in. 2021 stats said that there are over 2 million podcasts alive and active and 48 million downloads. Is that crazy? We know that traditional media has been replaced by online media, and it's an exciting opportunity for you and me to be able to host a podcast and to be a guest on a podcast. Now, I have a lot of clients that are guests on podcasts, and sometimes they call me and like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready. And it makes sense because you can always tell when somebody is just extemporaneously talking and they're really not ready. The facts are you've got to have a lot of content available to you. If you've been teaching a long time and talking about your profession for a long time publicly, then that's one thing. But if you're somebody who's new out of the gates, or you're now starting to get into it where you are a spokesperson or you're a leader and you're speaking about your industry, it's important that you have a lot of content in your head and a lot of stories, because what happens on podcasts, oftentimes they have two hosts, they're coming at you with different questions, and you've got to be extemporaneous and be able to have lots of answers ready. So it's nerve-wracking. And so I wanted to give you a couple of tips that will help you be able to be a great guest on someone's podcast, because we know that everybody wants to be pithy and charming and witty and have great information and great stories. But the question is, how do you know if you are a good guest? If they ask you back, that's how one way. But just to be ensured that they will ask you back, let me give you a couple tips for you to take forward and to use so you can be an excellent guest. Number one, provide a list of questions that they can ask you. So you want to rehearse the answers and tape yourself to see how you sound. And of course, you should sound enthusiastic and passionate and informational, of course. And if you can add a story in there, that's even better. But have those lists of questions. This is a typical media ploy where you know what the answers are going to be. They have fun asking you the questions. It helps them on their other side as well prepare for you, so they know what basically you guys are going to talk to about. So you're the one that's constructing the whole interview, basically. Number two, add stories to your monologue. And there should be real life stories, things that you experience, things that your clients experience, and stories that are not drawn out, because on a podcast, they have a certain amount of time. You want to be able to get your point across quickly, be entertaining, funny, interesting, and get those points across. And also leave the audience questioning, like, who is this person? I really want to know more about them. So having that extra secret sauce is really important. And oftentimes those are in the stories that you tell about your clients. And number three, practice out loud before you go on the air. Extemporaneously practice, and you want to try to fill 30 minutes of time. And again, there's going to be a lot of questions probably thrown at you that you're not ready for. So having experience is going to be really to your asset and to your benefit. But if you are prepared with the questions in advance, more than likely they'll stick to the script, and they'll be appreciative of that too. Remember the host names, use the host names a lot. That'll make them feel really good. And then drop your website one time, not 50. And if you don't do things like, oh, go to my book and check out my book. No, offer them the book, give them the information that's in the book. Don't be selective about what you share. Be very generous. That's what a good guest does. And if you are generous with your information and your time, you will be a fantastic guest, and they will have you back. I hope these tips have been really helpful. If you have any questions, let us know. And we'd love to share with you our special PDF called Speak Like a Star. So drop us a note in the messages and we'll get you our PDF. All right, guys, have a great day. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.